it's don't have we don't have tasks to a lot of tasks, usually Fridays. But I think that's it.
No, it reminds me something. Trabalho tá me matando. Eu trabalho.
Yeah.
And you, Elton, who are you at work? You think what are your character at work, for example?
I don't know. I think that when I am working, I am a polite person. I am the guy that like to go to have a coffee all the time, to have more willing. I like to help my teamwork, my colleagues, and I like to be helped when I need. I like to have that change. I like to receive feedback. I think that feedback helped me to grow a lot because I can catch some signs about it. Sometimes you can't see the obvious, so you need that someone tell you some points about you. Anyway, that's it.
No, I think that is. But I have to ask, for example, if you're working from home, do you feel alone, for example, or lonely when you're
Yeah,
working with the computer?
I am working from home since May, I guess, 4 or 5 months about it. And yeah, I feel alone sometimes, but otherwise, I feel that I have more time to take care about my health, my mind. I have my time for my dog, for my house. This is the best side of work from home. I can spend more time with my family, but of course, sometimes I feel alone because in my specific job, I need to have a focus. I need to develop, create a logic about some feature. And of course, I need to have a concentration, and I can't have many people talking around me.
Yeah, got it. Got it. Because, for example, I work at the lab, so it's different. I don't use my computer there. It's a kind of strange work there, but I like too much. And you, Diana, what are you at work or you are working? How can you describe yourself?
Okay, so first I need to say that I don't like to work at all, I don't like it. I work just to earn money, and that's it. I don't know.
Sincerely.
I haven't figured out what I really want to work, what I really liked to work. I don't know. But I'm going to start working in a big company, like in a multinational company in the next month. So I will have many responsibilities, and it would be a challenge for me. But yeah, that's it. I have experience in my area. I work in the financial area. And, I do a lot of reports, and that's it. I'm sorry, guys, but I am a little sick because I have a flu, and, my mind doesn't work. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. This is the first one. And last week I was sick, so I
Yeah.
barely can handle the meeting next. Not
Yes, but
less,
I'm
but
here,
less.
you know, I'm here because I don't like to stay one day without participating in the immersion. So I'm
Yeah,
here.
proud of you. Then guys, our next one is I don't like to work at all. Just but we have to earn money, make money. So and our next one is about give me an example of a time you had a conflict with a team member. For example, if you're working in a team or working alone, and how did you handle it? I know some people here on Talk and Talk are entrepreneurs, so the boss is yourself. But we have to handle with people, handle with cares, teammates, someone who hires you or who you're hiring. So if you have a conflict with the team member, how did you handle it, Apoena?
In my case, I am a practical person. We are adults, and I remember one or two situations about this, and I called my colleague, and he made a mistake, and I am talk with him. I call it, and I explanation the situation, and that's it. The another day we continue work together, and that's it.
Any gossip or something? But I know.
Yeah, I work with a lot of people, and it's complicated because when happens something like this, everyone sabe, né, o que aconteceu. But I'm okay. I don't care.
Perfectly. I think that is the way, the way you get away of the any complications at work. And you, Nachi, how did you handle if you had I don't know, a conflict with your team member?
Actually, I avoid the part of conflict because I'm a very impatient person. And if I'm be part of a conflict, I think I will be fired with justa causa. I don't know how to say this in English because it's probably that I will fight with the person. I don't have any control emotion. So I always calm, and if the person will start to talk shit for me, I think that I'm not listening. So the person will talk just by herself.
No, and I good one, and I didn't know about justa causa in English, and I have to ask, is demissal with cause similar? Similar to demissão, justa causa, demissal with cause. And you, Elton, if you had, for example, a conflict with a team member, how could you handle it?
I don't know. I have been I have been having a bit conflict with my team member. I am the newest person in the team, and sometimes have something that's boring me because the team members doesn't follow the good practice about write some variable naming and the function names and that thing. I see that and me incomoda. I already tried to send for them some articles about the subject. I already mentioned about it. But I think that the dialogue is the best way to follow. And the step by step, I will try to mold the team to be better, to construct or building a good code to have a good project that the other developers come and they find a good understandable. I don't know, código que seja fácil de se entender, legível. That's it.
I think it's a nice one, but I would say to me, for example, my lab mates are perfect. They are nice, but our technique is not. So how to handle is impossible. And I think we had a fight for 3 times. And to handle, I just I just called the boss, because the boss is a professor, and I say my version. I say for her my version, and it's not it wasn't good for me, for example, because I think I'm a nice person to handle, but he's not with us, so it was a complicated, because I think when we have a relationship with humans, it's always complicated to handle. It's always that, but I have lucky, I think, because my currently lab mates are good, so I think it's the better way to produce, to work. And you, Nayara, even seek, how did you handle your conflicts with the teammates?
Work environment, it's very difficult to handle. And I in my last job, I had a manager who thought that things were only right if these things were done her way, you know. And I remember that in the last company I worked for, there were 9 women in the same environment, and there was a lot of gossip, you know, and I really don't like these things. And the truth is that there are a lot of clueless. I don't know if the word is clueless, but I want to say that muita gente sem noção. And you know, and but one thing that I have learned it, is that we should say what we want to say, you know. We need to put limits in the relationship. Doesn't matter if your colleague, you know, work in the same area as you, but you need to say, because I think respect needs to come in the first place, you know. And that's it's my opinion, but I know it's so hard, and I'm so happy because I will work from home, you know, and this is amazing. I can't believe it. And that's it. It's hard, you know, and yeah, we need to deal because we need to work, and that's it.
That's it. But do you feel more productive in home, for example? Because I do not. I have to go there to work. And
Yes, I think I, like in my last job, I spend a lot of time in the traffic because, you know, I need to go to work and I stay in the traffic like two hours to go because I take a bus. So, you know, it's so stressed and was not good. And yes, because I think, for example, I will wake up and I will have my breakfast and I can do the things with calm, you know, in my time. It's more comfortable. and I think I will feel better to do my job or to do my work, and I think is the best way to work. It's from home. I don't know if someone here like to go and like need to take your car or bus or something. I don't know. I think anybody like to do this.
I
I know
think
that are some professionals that need to work like a doctor or something, but we that work with computer and these things, it's easier to work from home.
I think there are 2 points. The first point, I think you spend less time, like Nayara said. You don't need to take a bus or something like this. But in another hand, you have to pay attention because you stay in your home. You have a TV, you have a bed, you have a family, and sometimes you need to put a limit because I don't know, you stay working in front of your computer and your daughter or your husband or I don't know, call you because you stay in your home, but you stay work. It's complicated too.
Yeah, and you spend, I don't know, more money I don't know, to get the lights out or something to charge your laptop. But I'm still believe that that's, to me, it's the better for me. It's go to work, but I'm living 5 minutes to my work. I get my bike and go there. But I know it's about if I have to take a bus, it could be more complicated. I prefer to working from home.
Yeah, I prefer work in my home if I could, but
Good one. And our next question here is about, tell me about a time you made a mistake at work, not a fail, but a mistake. And how did you resolve the problem? And what did you learn from your mistake, for example? So if you are new at work, I believe this could be a good possibility to you to make a mistake at work. So how did you manage, Nachi? How did you manage about your mistakes?
Yeah, now I'm only 2 months in this new job, so I'm kind of new. And last week, I forgot to send a document to be signed by the director, and it should be late a request for 2 million reais from the hospital.
What?
So, yeah, they will receive, but just later. And I was like, oh my God, now I will be fired because 2 million is a lot of money. So I just talked with my boss and said that I forgot to send the doctor for the sign, but I give a solution too. And it's okay, and that I should do what I suggest. And now they sign the document and the money will be repassed.
Then I believe 2 million reais is too much, but so good you didn't fire about that. And you're
Not
welcome.
yet,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
because I mean the experience.
The experience was good. And you, Elton, how did you manage about your mistakes at work? And have you done any?
I try to be clear about it to my manager or my boss. I think that when you try to I don't know, to skip the problem is a worst thing to do, because what time they will discover that. And the truth is the best way to follow ahead, and try to fix the problem. Make a mistake is a common thing because we are humans, and it happens.
Exactly. Exactly like this. But sometimes not someone, but sometimes some people don't understand or don't get along with mistakes. And I think it's normal, for example, even to forget something. And you,
Yes.
Apoena, how do you manage with your mistakes at work?
So, like Elton said, we are human, but my work, it's complicated to make a mistake because I am a traffic controller, so it's difficult. But if it happen, we have to solve on time, and that's it.
But
We don't have time to solve the problem in other time. So in aviation, the things happens so fast. So
I was about to ask you if it's about aviation or just in the traffic, like the cars or in the roads, but it's about the planes.
yeah, I am a traffic controller. So I control the airplane, the helicopter, birds. I'm kidding.
A good one. And you, Nayara, how do you manage your not mistakes at work? It's not about birds.
It's really good. Uh, in my last job, I forgot to pay a customer bill, and my coworker started yelling me, like screaming. And this coworker was very toxic. I don't know. I don't want to use another word because
If you
okay.
don't have a
So
lawyer, don't
yeah.
use it.
So I called the customer, and I told the customer that that bill would be paid late, and the amount would be deducted from the company in my company in the case. And that's it. We are not machines, and mistakes will happen all the time. I the most of time I stay just calm because I know that, but I know that our person that it's very detail oriented, and this kind of person sometimes it's not good, because she or they push on ourselves so much, and they want the another person do the same thing that you are doing, but we are different, and the way that I will react about the situation is different than the way that you will react of the other situation. And this person who I work at, when I'm staying calm and I say, oh, it's okay, I will solve this problem, and I will try don't repeat again, and that's it. But this person start to scream out, and you can't do this, and and it's hard, but I don't care about these things nowadays. I start to really don't care about the others opinions. I just do the best that I can. Every day when I work, I'm doing my best, and I know that I will make some mistakes, and it's okay. That's just the life. That's it.
Nice one because I cannot have this fault. I think I'm hard working with myself and I don't accept in my best sometimes and I don't know. I think I'm charged myself more than I can handle and I want to be perfect at work, but I have
Yes, I
to have your
was
fault.
I was like that, but I changed a lot this year, because I am an anxious person, and all the time I'm taking many things in the same time, and I've stopped to do this, and I just keep focused in what I want, and many things change like for better in my life, and I want to continue um, with this lifestyle, because I feel better. And for example, I will start in a new job, and I want to continue studying because I don't want to stop to study in English and do another college, for example. And I need to stay calm, because I don't want to have bad mental health, you know.
Completely understood. This is the good one. And I'm skip one question here. It's about we were about mistakes. Now we are about to talk about fails. So fails in general. So for example, describe an accusation when you fail at a task that you have to do at work, for example, and what did you learn from it? Personal experience. I work in a lab, so working the animals. We have to take care of animals. We have to administrate drugs then, and test our pharmacology. And it's easy to fail. Like you can kill the rat, but not intention. You can I don't know administrate a drug and there not there but administrating a drug in the rats, or even you do in your experiments completely wrong. So I think it's, to me, fail it's normal in science. Fail it's kind of normal. You fail that every day, I think. And for you, Apoena, for example, describe when you doing one day when, I don't know, if you feel at your work.
The question number 6.
Exactly.
I think when I was learning how to control in my head, was a completely different. And I learned a lot of things. It's complicated to talk about my work. It's a lot of complicated because the air traffic controller is a subject that have some opinion about this. And it's complicated to talk about failure. So that's it.
I believe it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. Is it
Yeah.
hard?
Not
Hard
for
question.
me. I think it's not comfort for the other people. For me, it's nice, but other people maybe can't understand sometime. So
Good one. Thanks for sharing, because I know it's not easy. Sometimes I trick in the questions, because if you have difficult to answer someone question, that's my job is done, because my job here is to provoking hard answers to you every afternoon. So for example, Nachi, can you describe an organization when you fail at work for us?
Thanks God now in this new job, just the occasion of the 2 million, the rest is okay. But for me, it's it's hard when I make some mistake because I spent 7 years in the other company, and always my boss and my colleagues always said about how I do my job well. So when they need someone to learn something new and teach the others, I'm not the choose one. So now when I have to learn everything again because others. So for me, it's terrible. Because when I was a kid, I'm a good student. I always take 10. So for me, it's difficult to fail.
Nice one. And you, Elton, can you describe accusation when you fail at your work? How did you manage? How did you learn from it?
When I made a mistake, I try to get the best from that experience and learn from it, maybe seeking a deep knowledge. I don't know if I had an occasion to mention now, but in general, I think that's it. I don't know. I am currently in a position that I still have a range, a few range to make a mistake because I'm not a senior. I become mid-level in my area about 4 months, and I'm learning yet, but I need to have a person that can help me if I fail. But I try to follow the good the good way to avoid fail. I try to ask before. I try to seek on the internet. I try to go deep in the subject, and I follow many communities. I am always asking for new information, uh, for help in general. That's it.
Nice one. And that I imagine that because if you are not a senior, I think that the fails can be towards to you directly. Even, for example, I'm doing my master's, but when you're doing the doctor's degree, I believe it is the other treatment. Someone who is iniciação científica, for example, at the university is another treatment. So the fails towards this person, but responsibility goes high. So, for example, if you're doing the masters, if you're doing the seniors, I believe that there is another treatment when you fail a task. And you, Nayara, can you describe an accusation when you fail at your work?
I learned that I have to do things. I don't know how I can say this. Antecedência. I have to do the things with antecedência. I don't know how to say this word.
Okay.
And prepare myself. For example, if I have a presentation in my work to do, I need to train this presentation before and doing that several times before to present. And I think we need to focus on what we are doing, because the most of time I fail at the same thing. It's because I try to do many things in the same time. So I like to put like priorities in my schedule. So if I need to pay the customer's bill, I will do this. And I know that sometimes appear emergency, but if I am a organized person, I will be able to stop what I'm doing and resolve this situation, and I will come back with my tasks and start again without difficulty. And I think is that I learned that we need to be calm, because sometimes, oh my God, I failed or I fail, and I don't know what I will happen with me, you know. Maybe I will be fired and I don't want this, and oh my God, and this will not uh this is will not resolve nothing in your job. So just stay calm and try to do again. And I think is that.
Exactly. Exactly. I cannot be fired, but I cannot be get away with my work. So there's my strongest fear, fail too much to get away, or please go step away because
Yes, because I think the most of people have afraid to be fired because they think, oh, this is my the only job that I will get in my life, and this is not true. And I saw a boss say that, oh, if you leave this company, you will not get another job, and this is not true.
this is not. But I'm still afraid. Who will pay my bills in the future?
Yeah, but you need to save money, for these
Exactly.
things.
I've been trying to, but everything is expensive in everywhere. Your electric bills in the city, your food. But it's a kind of topic for another immersion. So inflection, let's talk about inflections in Brazil, in Paraguay, in Argentina. The girls are back. Sonia, Maria Eugenia, everything was all right.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
I,
Feels
I
good.
noticed that Diego is gone, so but
Yeah.
and there's always YouTube there. And I believe that we still have time to one last question. So I'm skipping the question number 10 for all of us here. So quickly question that's about share an example of career goal you had so you don't have it anymore because you achieve this goals. And so what steps did you take to achieve it? So Sonia, do you have an example of a career goal you had?
Yes, I have an example. I told you about it in another immersions, but I like to share this situation. When I had working in all not governmental organization who attended women in domestic violence situation, I detected a problem with our job. And because many women didn't understand Spanish, because in Paraguay we talk Spanish and Guarani, and some people, especially from the other cities far from Asunción, don't speak Spanish. They understand, but they don't speak. And if you have to do therapy, you need to do it in your native language. And so I present a project to my bosses to create groups of therapy in Guarani. And I was the leader because I talk Guarani very good. and it was a very good experience because it changed a lot the situation of that group women, and I think I was the first psychologist that I did it, and I don't know if anyone do nowadays some similar experience. And it was one of my goals, and I am proud of it. And if I have the opportunity, I will do it again.
Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. I like this stories too much. And I'm glad you did it. And for example, you, Nachi, do you have an example of career that you had?
Actually, in the past, I didn't have a goal for my career. I just want a job that pay my bills. But since last year, I decided that I want to be a public servant. So I think now I'm studying all the time when I'm not working or sleeping or take care of my house. I'm studying. I'm trying to study 4 hours a day and weekend at least 6.
Amen.
He is freezing. Oh,
Present.
yeah.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm freezing
Exactly.
here. Do you hear me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm freezing for, I don't know. I'm trying to fix it. Uh, it's not working. Oh, how I hate my PC. 1 second. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm still. I think it's still bad. So we have. I can. How I can say shut down our meeting. So I'm not doing. I'm not sharing uh the survey today, but it happens sometimes. So guys, I have to say, see you next afternoon, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
He frozen
See
again,
you.
guys. See you.
Yes. See
Bye bye
you
bye.
Bye
next.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Good
Yes,
weekend.
bye. Thank you. Have a nice
Bye.
weekend.
Yeah.